No organization is responsible for the content of this video. All errors and omissions are the sole responsibility of myself, David Iverson. This video must not be your only source of information. Please attend official USSA educational opportunities. Please download official USSA educational materials.
Okay, in this video we're going to walk you through how to do a manual FIS penalty calculation. Well, not entirely manual because we're going to borrow a calculator to make it happen, but you get the idea. So I looked online, and Ski Club Vail did a really awesome job at their recent FIS race, Colorado Ski Cup, of putting start lists and results up on the internet. So I grabbed some very recent results. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in this thing here that says the best 5 at start. Okay? So I'm going to look down here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people who are in the teens. So I need 5, and so we're going to have 4 people that are in their teens. And then I have to look and I have to see who the next person is. And you probably can't read this, but I got a 2307 right there. And I look down, 25, no, 28, 24, 24. 2307 is my next fastest, or my next best FIS points coming into the race. So I'm going to take those people and I'm going to say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I would definitely not recommend that you handwrite these things. I would definitely recommend that you type them. And I would definitely not recommend that you use pen, but I'm going to use pen so that it shows up better on the screen. Okay, so my first one is Bruce Leto, and her points are 1279. My next best is Brodnick, and that points is 1679. Third best is Jasbeck with 1728. Then fourth best is Bereva with 1935. And then I have Demetz and she has 2307. That's all from here. And you can hit pause whenever you like, and you can download these sheets that I'm working off of my website, so you can have them right, so you can look without the low resolution of the YouTube video. Okay, so I take those numbers, 12.79 plus 16.79 plus 17.28 plus 19.35 plus 23.07, and I get 89.28. So I'm going to put that there, and they say that that's B, so I'm going to put it into the box labeled B down here, 89.28. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the results, and I'm going to identify the top 10 finishers. So that is the top 10 finishers. And so now I'm going to put their names in there. Jazbek, Sorokina, Brusaletto, Kadrina, Pereva, Demetz, Hertman, Williams, Allen, and Hanaoka. Okay, now I should be filling out their bib number, and I should be filling out their nationality, and I should be filling out their first name, but you can figure out what's going on with that. Now, I should also fill out their FIS points for all 10 of them, but I'm only going to fill out the FIS points that I'm going to need. Now, I want to see if these 5 are up here. Okay, so Brusaletto. Brusaletto is right there, so I'm going to copy her points in right here. Brodnik. Brodnik is not up here, so I'm going to have to go, so Brodnik did not finish in the top 10, so I'm going to have to check up on her in a second. Jazbek is right up there, 1728. Bereva is up there at 1935, and Demetz is up there at 2307. Okay, so I've got 4 out of the 5 up there. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to figure out what happened with Brodnik, what she did not start. And so if I look back here on the results, the last page of the results, that's the penalty, the last page of the results, under here, did not start, there's no did not starts, so I know that she's not there. Did not finish first run, there's my Brodnik right there. So Brodnik did not finish the first run. That means that she can go right there. The only thing that matters is that she started. So Brodnik started, so she can appear there. I gotta go back to my start list, and I have to find the next after 2307. So I had a 24, there's a 2476, but right down here I see a 2437. So let me see this. So yep, so 2437 is going to be Kristen Cooper. So I look up here, do I have Cooper up here? I'm sorry, I do not have Cooper up there. So this 2437, that's a no-no, because she's not there. So then this 2476, Hanaoka, she's right there. So I'm good with this one. Oh, that's a really dark highlighter. So I'm going to put her points right there, 2476. And that gives me the best 5 out of the top 10. So I'm going to take the best 5 out of the top 10 and pull them over here. And I'm going to stop this video right here. Okay, coming in with part 2, of my FIS penalty calculation. In that 10 minutes that I had, I just got over to the best 5 out of the top 10. So best 5 out of the top 10, I'm going to put those down, and I'm going to go 17.28 plus 12.79 plus 19.35 plus 23.07 plus 24.76. I'm going to end up with 97.25. 97.25, and that's A, and so I'm going to put that here. 97.25. Now, on to race points. Our good old friend race points. So, the race points are equal to the F times the racer time winner time minus 1. That's going to be the race points. So now my F factor, so let's look, we're going to look at Brusletto. The F factor is found here on the first page of the points list that goes along with that race. And so I go right down into here, general, men's and ladies. It's a giant slalom, so my F factor is 870. So I find on here the F factor is 870. That will not change during the season, but it can change from season to season. So I say race points is 870 times, now where are my results here? Okay, so Brusletto's result is right there, and the winner's time is right there. So you can't see that again, but if you download the materials, you can see it just fine. She's got a 2:08:05, so that's 128 seconds and 5/100. So 128.05 divided by the winner's time, which is 127.76, minus 1, like that. So I do on my calculator 870 times parentheses 128.05 divided by 127.76 minus 1, and I get 1.974, which rounds to 1.97. Now I'm going to go pretty quick. If you think about it, Jasbeck, since she won, she gets 0 race points. Brusletto gets 1.97 race points. And then I'm going to do the next very fast. So I'm going to do Demetz, and then Hanaoka. That's going to be 870. I know all this is going to be the same. Now I gotta track down those times. Okay, so Bareva is going to have a time of 1:28.84. And then Demetz is going to have a time of 1:28.98. And then Hanaoka is going to have a time of 1:90.34. I'm sorry, 1:30.34. 1:30.34. Okay, now my calculator allows me to sort of do this really quick. I can pull up my previous, change 128.05 to 128.84, and I've got 7.354. Pull it up again. 128.98, 830.7, or 8307, and then pull it up again, and I have 130.34, and that's 17.568. So that rounds to 7.35, that rounds to 8.31, that rounds to 17.57, and I'm going to take those and put them in here. 7.35, 8.31, 17.57. Now I add those up, down, so I go 1.97 plus 7.35 plus 8.31 plus 17.57, get 35.20, and I put that here. Right here. 35.20, and I do A plus B minus C. So plus minus, so I go 97.25 plus 89.28 minus 35.20. So that gives me 151.33. I divide that by 10 to get 15.133. I round that. So in rounding that, I'm going to take out that. Now, I go back to my front page. The correction value, the Z value. Okay, so here, ladies, giant slalom, Z value is 0.07, and now they don't really explain this well at all, but it's going to be minus the Z value. So whatever you plugged in for the Z value, that's a minus. So that's what they mean here if they say minus goes to plus whatever. You subtract off the Z value. The category adder, it is a FIS race, which is a level 3 race. So it's a level 3 race, and it's a GS, so the category adder is 3. I pull those all together, and I get a penalty of 18.06. There's my penalty. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do very quickly is we're going to compare our manually calculated penalty against what the computer did. And so we have Jazzbeck 0 points. We have 1.97, 1.97, 7.35, 7.35, 8.31, 8.31, 17.57, 17.57. Our totals were 89.28 and 89.28, 97.25, 97.25, 35.20, 35.20, ends up with 15.133, which rounded to 15.13. Our category adder is 3 and 3. Our correction value is negative 0.07, negative 0.07. Our calculated penalty is 1806 and 1806. So we have done it the way that the computer does it, and so we have done it properly, and so here is your correct penalty calculation.